Hello guys, today we are going to cover for A math. So now first we are going to do the functions for cube equations. A minus b a square plus ab is plus b square. This is a minus b. A cube plus b cube is a plus b. A square minus ab plus b square. So there's an acronym for this, which is SOAP, SOAP. S stands for same, which means the sign, they are the same. And then O means opposite, which means, you see, this one is negative, so this is positive. Then this is positive, this is negative. Opposite. This one stands for always positive, which means this one, the last one is always positive. Okay, that's a very simple acronym. So, next, is the remainder theorem. The remainder theorem, which is fx. So remainder theorem. So when we fx is just some random expression. We can be written as a factor. Like maybe this has a degree 3. Like this one, the general form of this is ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d. You know, so general forms, right, means like the general, which means it should low-key look like this. Like in general it should look like this. Like even for this, right, sometimes when you find don't have d then why no d one? Don't be questioned. It might sometimes be 0. It's just that when I said the cubic, the general form for a cubic equation is this, and where a is more than 0. Wait, a cannot be 0. So like this one, actually all of them are 0 is fine. It's just this is a general form, and then this is how we do this. Okay, next let's try another question, which is about the remainder theorem. So let me find out. Here, fx is so how if I give you something damn weird? And you determine x minus 1 is a factor or not. To determine this, right, you just, how you do, you sub in. And let's try to understand the division algorithm, like for real. So we start with fx. So this is a function. It can be written as a quotient times the divisor plus the remainder. So right, imagine. So let's pretend I actually don't know is this correct. Actually, let me write like questions so like can use. Okay, 3x cubed plus x squared plus 3x plus 2. So let's see, what can I factor this thing? Okay, let's try x plus 1. So to know how this looks like, this must be x plus 1. This is the divisor times the quotient plus remainder. And how we find the remainder, right, is like how. So we know these two. How if we equate this one? Okay, so right, if we let x be minus 1, then this one will be minus 1, and this one whole thing will be 0, which means this one whole thing disappear. Which means this one, if this one disappear, you can find a remainder right now. So when x equals to 1, I literally mean x equals to 1. So sub this negative 1 in whatever x you can see. Sub in this, sub in this, sub in this. That's how. And what I mean by like no remainder, like why equal 0 then? Nothing. Why? This is because it means like, okay, maybe x minus 1 is a factor. I don't know. I randomly want a qx. Okay, if it's something like this, right, then I think, if I, so right, this time what I should sub? I want to make this thing disappear. So 1. So we just equate this to 0, and then we find x, which is 1. So let x equals to 1, which is 3 minus 1 plus 3 plus 2. Where is it? Which is, and then we can find with the remain, and if we can find the remainder, so like this one go in, so like 3 minus 1, and why am I saying the same thing? But right, if this thing, right, if x equals to 1, and then this whole chunk equals to 0, which means this thing r equals to 0, which means there's no remainder, which means a factor lah. A factor means, right, you can just completely, like, you remember a's, like whatever, a quadratic function like a plus b, a plus b, a square, can be written as a square plus 2ab plus b square. Then I want a special identities. This means you can factorize them without like, oh, I need to plus something, I need to remove something away first before I can actually factorize this. So let's try some textbook questions. Okay, remember, okay, just a general note, so textbook questions are actually generally harder than what are we learning now. So I'll actually advise you guys to try the textbook questions, as this, they could really help us. Now let's try one question. This is one of, I remember back then when I was like learning this shit, right, I just struggled so bad. Okay, so let's try 22. Wait, is it 22? Yeah, 21. So how we do 21? Okay, fa equals to a square, a cube plus ba square minus 4b square a plus 4b cube. A show that a minus 2b. So how we show? First we have to equate this to 0. So which means a equals, this time we are finding a because we have to sub this value. So we find a. So a equals to 2b. So, and then right, we just sub 2b inside, which will become 2b cubed minus b 2b minus 4. Wait, what the? 4b square 2b plus 4b cubed. And then if this shit equals to 0, you have shown the answer. So right, whenever you are when you are doing right, why won't we just make this 0? Why we don't make b 0? It's because the hint is here. This is a function of a. So we are subbing a. If I find a b value and then I put inside, it makes no sense. So since it's fa, then we don't do fb lah. Common sense. Now, if find in terms of the remainder of b, a remainder when fa is divided by a plus b. This is quite an easy question also. So we just sub. So a plus b, we equate it to 0. A plus b equals to 0. A equals to negative b. Then you find negative, you sub negative b inside, then you can get the answer already. Wait, I need a real bad question. Factorizing them. Let's try another one. Okay, this one, let's try 17. So 17. So 17, how we do? So this is a random function, and then you have to find a and b. So let's see. So they say since this is a factor, remember the division algorithm, which means the fx equals to dx times qx, which means there's no remainder, nothing. So this one is actually comparison, which means fx. So fx is ax cubed plus bx. Let's write this thing inside this form. Plus bx square minus 5ax plus 2a equals to, since they say this is a factor, which means there is no remainder, so x squared minus 3x minus 4, then times something. And then how we know the general form? What I put here? How I know? How the heck I bloody know? It's actually ax plus b. Ax plus b. Why? Why is it ax plus b? It is because, so let's look at this. So ax cubed. So right, using common sense, you know here there's a degree 2, which means there's x squared. I need to times another x to become x cubed, right? Logic. And then sometimes, right, maybe they will give you this. They will give you like, oh, x minus 1 is a like whatever. Then I ask you to compare x squared plus bx plus c. You know why are we always using ax squared plus bx plus c? It is because it's the general form. Like for a linear factor, right, it should generally look like this, even though b can equal to 0, but a cannot equal to 0. So it's just a general form. Like whatever, it will still fit in this form. Like what the like most impossible one will fit in this form, something like this. So like people can better understand and like kind of predict what's happening. So this in this case is, but however, we cannot write b ax plus b. The problem, this is because we have to write cx plus d. It's because, buddy, here got b, here got a already. You will confuse yourself and the invigilator. So because this is ax plus, wait, this you're finding a plus b, then here a plus b, huh? No, cannot. So cx plus d, you want to use your crush initial, whatever, go ahead. Like whatever, like whatever crush initial you want to use, or you want your friend name, or you want to use like your choice. I want to write like gx, whatever, bs, go ahead. Anyways, back to the topic. So, oh my goodness. Okay, start comparing. X cubed. So we compare the constants first, which is 2a equals to negative 4b, you can tell. Then c equals to a, and then b equals to, so now compare x squared, negative 3c plus negative 3c plus negative 3c, okay, negative 3c plus negative, let me see, plus d. You can just solve the equation one by one. You can find like the two variable one, so like, you find, oh my god, or if it's this shit not comparison, right, there's another chance where like, so this thing, right, you can actually solve inside like equation. So like you equate to 0, and then this like will kind of give you two values, which I don't know, like, okay, let's see, d, they will give you a value, and then right, you kind of have to sub these values inside to find like a simultaneous equation. In this case, what is it? I'm lazy to take my calculator. Just find c and d, and then you have to form two equations. Like, that's so strange one. After you find c and d, you sub inside, you form two equations. Like with a and b. So don't need, this is another method. But this method, apparently this method doesn't work here. So find c and d because it's a quadratic, so there's two solutions, and then sub those two solutions inside, and then you can sub inside x. Sub inside x, by the way. You sub inside x, and then you get like blah 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 equals to 0, because both of them are like equal to 0, right? Because if you say this is a factor, right, if I sub this thing, the values of this one inside, right, which means I will get like 0. So you find c and d, which is the roots of the equation, which is like when it's equal to 0, what x equals to lah. And then you sub inside, and then you get 2, and then you go solve it. That's all. For quadratic, there's like 2 possible values, right? Yeah, that's all. I'm lazy to take my calculator, so go try a question yourself, bro. Okay. This one, I believe Mr. Cho like to play with this. Factorizing like the thing. Okay. I'll show you just a sample, or let me just show you the daily assignments. Yeah, wrong one. Oh, this one I haven't. Oh no. So solve the equation. So when I say solve the equation, I mean I want to see the real roots. So right, what I do, right, is like, since in case in isolation scale, you must make sure one equation, this one actually equal to 0 before you do anything. Then after that, you factorize this equation. I believe you guys know how to factorize cubic equation. Find the factor, then you first you find the factor, then you find factor, compare, yes, compare, find the find this thing, and then equate. You must write is equate. You must equate to 0. Then you write this. Yeah, you factorize this, put it into this. Then after this, you find the roots. Okay, that's all. Okay, nothing more. Let me try. Okay. Partial fractions. First, let's learn how to you know, recognize proper and improper. Proper. Highest power 2/4. Just imagine it as normal. This is proper. How about like this? Obviously not proper, cause this one is 3 and this one is actually a 1. Is this a proper fraction? No, it's not a proper fraction. So improper. So you look at the highest power, like if the highest power x to the power of 4, then it's 4 lor. If it's x to the power 3, then it's 3 lor. Then you just use this method. Cause I don't want, cause like at this point, if you actually still don't understand, just use whatever I'm telling you. If you understand like the 1 degree, you understand all these key terms, go ahead. But if you don't understand, this is the case. Like you just look at the coefficient, the highest power, and then you can tell like whether it's improper or proper already. Next, distinct roots. Okay. If I do this right now, so go to your textbook, go and practice. You do one question together, like demonstration. Okay. So for this question, so now we know. So let's see proper and improper. This one the highest power is 3. This one the highest power is actually 2. You know why? Because this one times this one, x times x equals to x squared. So the power is actually 2. So it's like 3/2, some sort of bullshit. This one. So no. And then let's write it out. So this one we know like whatever is it So we do the Mr. Chun method, which is we know there's a big number. Cause like remember, you have a big number first. Like if you have like the partial fraction. By the way, please refer to the notes if you have it. Like legit, I remember there was this one question, right? You have to write ax plus b1. This is, you know why is this like only a? This is because, right? Okay, imagine, do it in your mind. Something x squared divided by something x cubed. Actually, right, this is an ax minus thing. So like when you divide this, right, this one you must have times like that. This actually takes the form ax plus b. As when you divide something, right, it will give you an x thing. So it's not like 3 to 3, so like this is a constant. So like when you encounter this question and like, what should I write here? Okay, look at the power. It's 3, 2, improper. And then this is one bigger. So x plus b. If it's 1 only, then it's a. If it's 3, right, then if the difference is 2, then it's like this. Okay, after this, right? Okay, this I think got a lot of work. I kind of lazy. Anyways, back to the topic. Plus something, which is the whatever c x plus 3 plus d x minus 1. I remember the notes also got this one question where like the constant is actually x plus b. Is it? Wait. Wow, I kinda lazy do. It's damn long So like ax times x plus 3 x minus 1 plus b x plus 3 x minus 1. Oh, this one I lazy. Plus c x minus 1 plus d x plus 3. So right, thought process. First you sub x equals to 1 here, and then can find d. Wait, let me use like you sub x minus 1, so like you can find d, because like x minus 1 disappear. So next you sub x equals to -3, so disappear. After that, you can sub any value you like. Maybe you can sub x equals to 1. So this one is to find d. This one find c, and after that, since like there's nothing you can do already, so okay, you can do something. You can compare x cubed, cause like you see this one ax x times this one, then times this one, become x cubed, right? That's what I thought. So if we compare x cubed x, if a equals to 4, then what we're left with just finding d lah. D actually, you can just like, d is also quite easy. So basically, right, wait, I did the wrong thing. What is happening? Should be correct. What? Wait, what is happening? Technically it should work like this, but what is happening? Why the answer so wrong one? Why my answers? Oh wait, I'm correct. Sorry. And then how to find B? Find B. I see wrong. Sorry, I'm a bit blind. If I say, hey, find B, so simple. Hey, you take x squared. Hey, this one also x squared. Piang. X squared also. Straight away can. Hey, how about think about this. This could be x squared also. Ax times 3, then times this. 3ax square, right? It's still a square. No, so don't compare. Please make sure there's like nothing for you to like that can like make that x square one. So just sub any value sub 0. Actually the easiest, cause like this one, like 13x, right? Yeah, so like this one will disappear, cause all of them are 0, so -2 equals to a certain something which I don't know. According to the answer, b equals to -1 lah. That's all. So after how to conclude the answer, just put all this inside. The d should be this is 2, and c d is 1 minus 1. So this should be minus. Go open your textbook go try all this if you don't know anything, come text me. I mean, my number is there. Go with it. Just try a textbook question and you realize how bad this shit is. You want to cry, by the way. I cried before. No, I'm joking. I got called stupid because of this shit before. Let's solve a simultaneous equation. Now we are moving on to powers. Please know how to do the substitution. So now we got 2. So we just see. So we work with the first equation. So this one can be written as 4 cubed. Is it? 4 cubed. So 4 cubed times 4y equals to 4 to the power of 3 plus y equals to 16. Which is 16 can be written as 4 square also. So actually this is 4 to the power of 2x. And then since the same, so 3 plus 3y. 3 plus y equals to 2x, and then this one slightly a bit annoying actually, cannot sub it also. How I do it like this? 3y equals to, cannot times 4 also. Wait,